guess what has just arrived today? Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping by. What did you think of that intro? Let me know in the comments below. So today I thought we could do the first unboxing video of this channel, and if you weren't able to tell, I'm super excited about it. Because today, my friends, we are unboxing the DJI Mini 3 Pro. And I actually owned the first generation Mavic Mini, and it got me back into photography and videography, and in a way kind of got me the job as a professional videographer. But that's enough waffling. Let's get into it. Right, I think my package was actually ripped open there, so I won't need a knife, and bear with me because I've never done this before. So let's get this open. Hopefully it's still centered there. And now, how do you open this? There you go. Now you start there. Oh, I see. And as you can see, let me move that. We are greeted with the main attraction, and I'm not going to do what other people have done. I'm just gonna get straight into this because this is our main attraction. Obviously it has a battery into it because I've seen many other unboxing videos about it, and I kind of think that it feels a bit, obviously it's not, but I suppose due to its size it kind of feels heavier than the original Mavic Mini. But let's get this out. Ooh, yeah, it's definitely bigger. So obviously you got the propellers there. I'm trying to keep it in frame, but yeah, it feels very, very solid. But let's just throw a few specs on this bad boy. You can now shoot at 4K 60. You can also shoot at 1080p 100 frames a second, and you can also shoot in D-Cine style with 10-bit color, which is great for color grading and color correction, etc., which gives you a lot more flexibility for actual professional work. Battery has been increased to like 34 minutes if I'm not wrong. Obviously it's a lot more wind resistant than the original Mini, because that was always one of my concerns, was that if it was a bit too windy I would never fly with it. I did fly a couple of times. I actually lost my first Mini to the sea. So since then I kind of feel a bit anxious when flying in windy conditions, but hopefully this will be better than that. And you now also obviously got the 3 sets of sensors. So you got 2 at the front there. Let me show you down there. You got 2 there, and then you got the 2 on the bottom there, and you got the 2 at the back, which obviously are covered by those propellers, but there you go, here they are. Obviously I'm going to use this for work, but I'm intending to use it for YouTube as well, so I kind of needed something that had some kind of autonomous flying modes, but also that could avoid obstacles, because there's no point in having kind of like a tracing mode if then you're just going to crash your drone. So to me that would be no good. So yeah, here it is, but let's get back into the box. What else have we got? So we're just going to put this to the side here. Let's get that box, and then if you lift this up, ooh, so this is the bit that I'm actually quite excited about, because obviously with the original Mavic Mini you didn't get any of this. You got your little GP controller, which it was fine, did the job, but obviously this is a massive upgrade. I would say probably it feels like it kind of feels like it weighs the same as the drone. So obviously you're like doubling the weight here, but I think it's worth it. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Let me just see how this thing feels. Hopefully I get everything. So yeah, I mean, you got the 2 wheels there. Let's just show you got the 2 trigger buttons. One is for shooting photographs, the other one is to start the video, and then you got the left one, which I'm pretty sure it does the gimbal angle, so obviously it moves it. And then you got this on the right hand side for the zoom. I think you can actually now, with a new update, you can actually like customize what it does. And then you also get a couple of custom buttons at the bottom or at the back. So yeah, it feels good. I actually must say it feels quite good. Let me see if I can get those those joysticks out. I actually prefer the other ones when it comes to the screwing bit. I'm not sure if you can see it, probably not. But this is, so instead of the joystick having the pointy bit and then screwing into, so basically the joystick is like a screw. In this case, it's this bit that's the screw, and you need to, yeah, it's quite fiddly. But yeah, I think I'll prefer the other ones. But you know what? It's fine. Obviously, it takes a bit of getting used to, but yeah, it's all good. And then obviously this is the first time I'm doing this, so it's not on or anything. And I'm not going to turn it on because I've seen in the other videos and you kind of need to set it up. So let me just show you for reference kind of like how that is. So yeah, you're kind of like doubling the size and the weight, but I think it's worth it. Let's see what else have we got in the box. So let's see, so you got a little boxy here. Let me see, I'm sure there's just like propellers. Oh, you still get the little screwdriver that you got with the Mavics as well. Cool, it's always good to see, because these sometimes, okay, how many did you get? So you get two, I think, let me just check. Yeah, so you get two sets of propellers. With the first generation Mini I got the fly more combo, so I got quite a few propellers. With this one I didn't get the fly more combo because it was quite steep. And obviously you get all your paperwork and stuff. You get a USB to USB cable. And yeah, some more paperwork. Cool, right. So, I think it is about time, since we've now done the unboxing. But who is this for? I think a lot of us have a few questions about where this sits in DJI's lineup, and I think it's targeting quite a broad audience. So I think the best to do here, if you are planning to get this, is to tell you the reasons why I got it, and maybe see if you share the same reasons. And if not, I really do think that perhaps you should save your money. But let's talk about that. So I got it because I work as a professional videographer. This is a tool to work, and I'm also going to use it here on YouTube. And the reasons why I upgraded was because I had the first generation Mini. It was absolutely fine. It got the job done, but I was getting quite concerned about it because obviously nowadays, you know, everything is 4K. We shoot at 4K at work, and that drone could only shoot at 2.7K, which, you know, it wasn't too bad, but it's not ideal. And another reason was always the 10-bit cine style, because obviously with color grading, I have to color grade quite a lot and work with a variety of cameras. So, you know, I've got two cameras at work. I've got a Canon, and I also got a Panasonic Lumix GH5, and then I had the Mini, and obviously all those cameras look quite different out of the camera. So I need to do a lot of adjustments to make them look as similar as they can look. And with the Mavic, it was always quite tricky because one, the resolution was inferior, and two, it didn't have a log profile, so I couldn't really play with the colors that much to make it look like the others. So it kind of just looked completely different, and it made it look cheap. Maybe for a normal person you kind of wouldn't notice, but to me it was obvious, because obviously I was dealing with it on a daily basis. So those were the main reasons. Plus obviously you then have the tri-dimensional obstacle avoidance, which is a peace of mind, especially for me, because I'm always flying in places where there's trees, etc. And with the kind of job I do, I need to try and get as close to the subject as possible, and sometimes that's just not possible. So this with the ability to zoom in and also with the obstacle avoidance and with the tracking, it's going to make my job a lot easier and nicer as well. But let's say you've made up your mind, you want to spend $1 and you're not sure which package to go for. Why did I go for the DJI RC controller? To be honest with you, it takes me about 2 to 3 minutes to set up the drone every time, and sometimes I just don't have that kind of time. To be wasting. I kind of need to be able to just get something out of the box or get something out of my bag and just put it in the air and go for it, because we are on very tight time frames and tight budgets, so we need to be as quick as possible. And this, obviously, without having to pair it to your phone, you don't have the kind of like weird contraption to secure your phone in place. My phone, iPhone fell a couple of times. I actually broke the screen once because of that. So that is the reason why I went for this rather than the RCN1 controller, which I'm sure is pretty good. And obviously, if you're coming from a DJI Mini 2, you can share that controller with the Mini 3, so there's no point. You just get the drone without the controller. So but that's the reason why I went for the DJI RC controller. Obviously, we haven't spoken about these bits here, but you've got a USB-C port there, and down here, but you got a slot there for a micro SD card and also another USB port. I'm kind of hoping in a really weird way that they managed to like find a way so that you can use goggles with this, which I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen, but that would be amazing. For now, I think that second USB-C does nothing. This one is for charging, and the mini SD card slot is for screen recordings, if you want to download the footage from your drone directly to the controller, etc. So it's just nice to have those two places, because let's say you crashed your drone, you can't retrieve it somehow, you can always just download the footage and have it here, and then you just pop the SD card out and off you go. But I think there's only 2 reasons why you should get this drone. One, you just got a lot of money lying around, and this drone looks good, has a lot of good specs. So yeah, if that's your case, just go for it. You won't be disappointed. Well, I'm hoping that you won't be disappointed. I haven't tried this thing out. The second one is if you actually do professional work. To me, it kind of ticks most of the boxes. So my decision was between this one and the DJI Air 2S. However, at the moment, I kind of don't want to buy a bigger drone just because that involves education, etc. So I decided to stick with the Mini 3 Pro. If I were you and you don't need it for professional work, I would just keep the Mini 2. And I'm sure I've seen a lot of people and a lot of my friends have the Mini 2 and even the Mini 1 and the Mini SE, and they produce some amazing content. But I think that just about wraps up for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave it a like, subscribe to be notified when new videos come out, and leave me a comment down below to say if you are planning on getting it, if you're not, and if you enjoyed this video. But that's all from me today, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.